Good morning, dear students. This is Reena S. Kumar, and I welcome you all to our moral science class. I hope you all are doing good. Please take care of yourself. Stay home and stay safe. And I hope you all are studying at home and doing the work in your copies. Because this is a very crucial time for all of us. But still, we should not waste our time and utilize this time and study at home. So let's start our studies. In this class, we are going to study the second chapter in moral science. And our second chapter is our duty towards our parents. As we all know, what is the role of our parents in our life? So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the love and relationship between parents and their children. What is our duty towards our parents? Dear students, we have learned in our previous chapter that God is our Heavenly Father. And in this chapter, we are going to learn that in this world, because God has given us parents to love us, to guide us, to protect us, and take care of us. So, we should express our love towards our parents. Our parents love us so much that they care for us. Their love is selfless. Except love, respect, and obedience, they don't want anything from us. So it's our most important duty to love, respect, and obey our parents. Because parenting is the toughest job on the earth. Because parents are responsible for the physical, emotional, and mental development of their children. It is the true and selfless love, care, and guidance of our parents that make us a good human being and a successful person in our life. We should be thankful and grateful to our parents for their love and care. In your life, give your first position to God, and after God, give the second position to your parents. Because in this world, they are the most deserving persons in our life. Love, respect, and obey your parents. And when they grow old and become weak, take care of your parents. So, children, this chapter teaches us our duty towards our parents. The words of wisdom given in this chapter are: the epitome of selfless love is the love of parents towards their children. Here the word epitome means perfect example. So the perfect example of selfless love is the love of parents towards their children. We all know our parents loves us so much. So children owe to their parents love, reverence, and obedience. Children should be obedient towards their parents. They should love their parents because God has given us parents to keep us on the right path. Children should love their parents by showing true affection. They should care about their parents by giving them respect. They should try to decrease the troubles of their parents and help them in their hour of need. Whenever they need us, we should help them. So there is one example given in this chapter of a person named Rajiv. Now Rajiv feels that his father is very short in height and dark in complexion. So he does not want to be seen with his father. If he meets his father anywhere in the market, he does not want to be seen with his father. So he pretends that he does not know him in front of every people. He pretends that he does not know his father. How disgraceful, how shameful thing it is. Rajiv should realize that even if parents are not cultured, not educated, or good looking, yet they have given us our life and education. So they have given us opportunities in our life which they themselves missed. They sacrificed their comforts in their life. Why? In order that we may have better things in life. To give us good facilities in our life, they have sacrificed many things for us. So the children should realize all these things and love and respect their parents. No child who shirks the opportunities to honor and love his parents can be happy. In this line, we can understand that A child who neglects or forgets his duties towards his parents is never happy in his life. Children should be proud of their parents. Like all human beings, their parents have their faults. There must be some weaknesses in their parents. But what the children should do? We should excuse these shortcomings, these weaknesses of the parents, and we should give them due respect and honor. We should honor our parents, our father and mother. Many children, when they rise to a high position in their later life, when they get good education by their parents, what do? They, instead of respecting them, they forget their parents. So, a child should never forget the love, the care, and the sacrifice of his or her parents, whatever they have done for the child. In even such cases, these children should consider their parents good enough to meet anyone in the world. They should give them love and respect for their work. All of us, without exceptions, have duties towards our parents. We all have our duties towards our parents. Usually, the feeling of love and respect for them comes naturally because all parents are themselves very loving, very caring, and affectionate. But even in rare case, in some cases where the father or mother is not loving, we owe reverence to them. Therefore, to insult one's parents, to refuse them and help them in their need, to cause them sorrow or anger is very wrong. We should love and we should respect them. Childish disobedience. Disobedience means when you're not obeying your parents. In most cases, is due to thoughtlessness. When we are not thinking about our parents, we are forgetting about our parents, and we are becoming very, very careless. Parents understand this to a great extent and have patience with the children. They forgive their children. The habit of disobedience, when the child is not disobeying, is very dangerous, very harmful. Children who do not listen to their parents cannot profit from the advice and guidance given by them, because parents always gives us good advice for our life. Some children are unfortunate in losing their parents in very early life. These children must give love, respect, obedience to their parents. The bond between a parent and his children is one of the strongest bond in the world. Our parents have the greatest share in shaping our destiny, our future. A child should have the confidence to run his parents in the hour of need. When they grow old, when they become weak, they need our help. So a child should help their parents in the hour of need. So there is one more example given in this chapter, children, about Mrs. Ketki. When she heard that a son was missing in the Indo-Pak conflict in the Kargil, she cried very much for her son. She was crying, she was crying that she wanted her son for just 2 minutes in her arms. Many months later, when the chances of the return of missing soldiers diminished, a friend asked her which 2 minutes of her son's life she wanted to get back. The lady thought for a while and then she said, "The best 2 moments of my son's life were those moments when, as a child, he came from the garden and said, 'Mother, forgive me, I have been naughty today.' Who will deny that the best moments of our lives are those in which we go to our parents and tell them that we have not done so well on that day, but that we will try to do better in future. So children, respect your parents. Listen to the advice given by them. Never feel ashamed of your parents. And honor your father and mother. And when they grow old, love them, respect them, and take care of your parents. Thank you.